Hello everybody and welcome back to Captain of Industry. It's your ghost captain here. And I did a live stream as of the recording. Let's see, it was well, this is going to be released on Monday, so I had a stream on Tuesday last week. So this is going to be a recap, a little bit of recap, and we're going to do a few things here. And we're looking at one right now. The oil. We're gonna do some oil work today here. Oil, diesel, crude oil to diesel to all the byproducts is a really important part of the game in the beginning and all the way up into the mid game. Well, it's the whole game. It's the whole game. You're always gonna have to be doing this diesel stuff. You're never gonna get away from it. And rubber. So, oh, I forgot to put a case on here. So on the live stream, I went ahead and put a large case of rubber here. We're going to need that for belts and things. And the oil here, it's about 89% now. And it goes quick. It goes quick. I'm trying to bleed out cement that we got from when we landed on the island. And I, as promised, moved the this is concrete bricks, concrete slabs. Yeah. I moved it here, and then I got, oh yeah, so all this, the bumpy terrain here that you can't build on, got rid of it all. And now I got a little spot here that I'm working on, but, let's see, yeah, so, I don't need, get out of there. I actually don't need this tower here anymore. So I can dismantle this, and here's why, okay? And, oh, also, I can delete this thing, the brickworks. And, yeah, the reason for that is we have now the concrete slab, we have the rotary kiln, and that's going to make the cement. And I went over this last episode, but we got our coal for fuel, and then we have limestone. And that makes, limestone, we cook it, and then we get the concrete mix. Is that what it is? Cement. Then the cement, along with slag, plus sand, plus water, gives us the concrete slab. And that we need for building a ton of, all our building equipment. Building is used by this, okay? And then later on, we can actually trade construction components. That's what it's used in. Construction components and walls, retaining walls. But we can actually trade, I think, the level 2 and 3 construction components to get resources, raw resources back. So this is something that we're going to, we could actually utilize. It's not only for building, but we can use it for trade, but you don't have to. But the more items you make, the more items you can trade, the more resources you can get back on the island. That's kind of how that works. And that's like really end game. That's super end game there, okay? So I have all this stuff here. I have deliver and pickup on that. So that's fine. And yeah, all I did was I moved this down and reconnected everything. Okay, so that I did. I didn't do that on stream. I did that off stream before I started this episode. So now that we have the ability to make concrete slabs, I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. Get rid of all that and that. And the good thing here is we have 6 workers tied up in this building. So we'll get those back. Now, I have water here in this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We can cancel. There we go. Okay, we have water here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Now, you can't delete water, basically. But, so you have to consume it. So I'm going to... what's this? Why is that complaining? Okay, there it goes. Now, I'm going to delete this as well. What I want to do is notify if empty on this so I can delete it when it's gone. And it shouldn't take too long because they're going to our farms. So that's done. That's in. See, look, it's already chewing up the water, which is good. We don't want delivery here, though. We don't want any water delivery. So we'll take that off. Okay. And I think I'm going to disband these guys here. We're going to get rid of this tower because we don't need the soil. And I don't like to have towers all over the place. It's one of those things. You have to plop towers down to keep the trucks from doing things or to force the trucks to do things. Okay, what else did I do? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's go over this. On the dock here, the ship designer, we did one gun. I finished another, and then I added armor plating. So we have 2 armor platings. There is going to be additional research that we can do to increase even more, to make this even more of a battleship, which is going to be cool. And our battle score is now 190. So that's how that works. And I don't think I have any edicts that I put on here, so I think we're okay. I didn't do a farming boost. I got the maintenance and the fuel for that. I took the growth boost off here. I had it on. I have a food saver on. Now I can take this off because look at how much food I have, 94 months. And that's not including what's inside here. Look at this. I've got vegetables, and here's the other thing I did. I made a corn farm. So now we're supplying corn to our colony here, our settlement. And if we click on the health here, yeah, here it is. If you go to the Unity up top here, click on that, it brings up population overview. For some reason, it does a population overview here. Now it works. Okay. We mouse over the food. It tells you potatoes, corn, vegetables. Total 1.36. But what's odd is we got a 1.96 here. That's because we get I think we get some bonuses on food. I'm not too sure if that's the settings I have or if there's some kind of like a bonus. But the food, the more food that you provide your settlement, the more unity you get. And also, notice how I have 2 categories. I mentioned this in the last episode. Proteins will be a 3rd category, and I think that's what the bonus is from. Is if you, I think if we mouse over here, providing food can increase health. Your population of food category can participate in a health bonus. If it has a health icon next to it, it requires at least 2 categories to be satisfied before a bonus is provided. There you go. So we're getting a bonus because we're doing carbs and vitamins. Now, if we do fruits, then we get more unity, but not a bonus applied. Once we do protein and treats, we get a bonus for each one of those. So what else did I do? Oh, looky here. I got 107 workers. That means I can run some research. So let me pause this because I don't want to run the game too much here. I got all these water things dotted all over the place. Oh boy, it's such a pain. Let's see how this... Oh, so I haven't built anything. I'm keeping an eye on this. This is like I said, the initial concrete. What I did is I set a notification to let me know it's empty, and then I'm going to connect these belts from the rotary kiln to the cement mixers. And then I'm going to actually double this. I'm going to have 4 cement mixers, but right now you kind of have to, go a little slow in the beginning because you don't have the people to manage that. Okay, so now, while I'm messing around, while I'm here, let's go ahead and unpause all this. And, there, 91. We'll unpause those. 69. And this is the lab 2. Now, if you remember, you have to look back at the last episode, episode 7, I think it is. And the labs are really cool. As they get upgraded, they get more elaborate. So I really love what they've done with this stuff. So here we have the lab equipment 2. Now you can trade lab equipment 2 with other settlements that are out in the world there. And so right now, what you have to have paper and steel, and I got both of these things done on the stream. So if you want to watch the stream and see how that was all done, feel free. But let's go over it real quick here. If you want to see the actual building process of this. Now, remember, science is, once it's done, it's done. It's not like Factorio or Satisfactory. Factorio has, the rocket launching and infinite research. Satisfactory has a sink, a resource sink you can throw things into. So you always have some kind of goal you can go, kind of have fun with. This is new now. Okay, the paper. They changed the lab equipment 2 now to have paper. It used to be, I think, nitrogen, and they did away with that, and I'm glad they did. But paper, if you right-click on it, doesn't have any use at all. Here's the creation of it. Here's the consumption. Now, the good thing is the lab, like I said, the lab equipment 2 you can trade. So paper actually does have a use if you decide to trade it. And the more you can trade, the more raw resources you can bring back to your colony. So that's the whole point. You know, you kind of want to open as many trade avenues as you can. So I have 69 workers. So let's go ahead and pop these off, and you'll see I have 5 workers left. So let's go over here, and I'll show you that I have a settlement housing 2. And this one, the basic housing that we start with, has a 70 cap on it of occupants here. And here's the upgrade. Notice it's 100 of the construction component 2s and some electrical parts. This one has 130 cap, so we gain, you know, initially it's 70, and then we gain another 60 on top of that. Now, I'm going to upgrade that one because we only have 5 workers, and I want to be able to do stuff and run research. So we'll go ahead and pause that. Oh, here we go. So this is why I like doing the alerts. So see how that's dead now? So now we can get rid of this crap here. And our brick stuff is gone now, so we don't need that anymore because we have concrete slabs now. So that's good. All right. Now, again, over here, I have growth pause off. And if you're having trouble with population, but you have a ton of, of settlement, capacity for people, you might have to use this in order to stop growth because you may not want the people in, Now, I have 1 unity left, so I'm going to turn this on. This takes 1 unity, so it's going to drop it down to 1.37 or something like that, or is it already down now? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, now this thing here, yeah, 25. Okay, so we have to build in order to get that to go. Okay, there it is. Okay, now it's done. And notice we have this 50% bonus on for water and electric, which is kind of nice. Okay, so we got 1.19. We're good there. Now this will consume our concrete bricks. And I have that set to full because I want the bricks to come over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on this to get our research up here. And we'll run a few researches while we're waiting. While we're doing other stuff. Let's go. Oh, chicken farm. That'd be nice to have. Oh, yeah. I want this storage here. Start research. This will allow us to get loose storage 3, which is upgradable to 4. 1 is upgradable to 2, but 2 is not upgradable to 3. Just like the cargo ships. 2 is upgradable to 4, the slots. But 4 is not upgradable to 6. And I kind of don't like that because the storage I understand. But the cargo ships is kind of a pain because you have to, if you want to go from a 4 to a 6, you have to rip it up and put it back down as a 6. And you lose your alignment and stuff. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. And, okay, salt production. Oh, here. Oh, I did that. Okay, yeah. We got thermal desalination. Let's knock this out because it'll give us, our cap will go up to 140. It's not a really big one. And I guess I want to keep in this area here. Chickens. Let's get the chicken farming, and then we'll do salt because we need salt for the meat production. I think it's for sausages and maybe tofu. I think tofu is, believe it or not, sulfur and limestone. I don't know why they threw those together, but they did. Okay, let's get the edicts. Let's knock some of those out. Thermal storage. I'm still trying to figure this one out. In the comments, if you've used thermal storage, let me know if it's anything worthwhile. I think it's for like the higher end Steam at the end game. Why they give it to you here, I don't understand because it doesn't seem to do anything for me. I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, how do I use this thing? It's very unclear as to what that does. So let's just knock that out. This is an edict. We'll knock that out. I don't use this one, but, Electrolysis allows us to make hydrogen from water with, obviously we get oxygen for that. And then it also allows us to break down ammonia into nitrogen and hydrogen. And then it allows us to take brine and make chlorine. So that's a kind of an important one there. So let's stop there and carry on with this. Okay, we got, oh, new refugees. There we go. Okay, we got copper, rubber, scrap, and diesel. And we are at 24 workers. So I'm going to let that run for a little while longer. In fact, I don't want to do this growth pause, growth boost. Oh, I could do that too. Cool. Yeah, I forgot. I'd rather just let it go naturally. Okay, let's go over this now. Now, I've punched this down here for spacing. And this is going to be a second iron smelting system. Now, what I'm going to do when we get the bigger tubs, the level 3s and 4s, I'm going to have 1 iron and 1 coal to supply this whole thing. So this is another iron one. And iron gets chewed up pretty quick in the beginning. So, and then we get blast furnace 2, which we can just upgrade to. However, you got to be careful with blast furnace 2. The recipe changes. You'll have to start supplying limestone to it as well. So, and then copper is sand, which is kind of weird. I don't know why sand and limestone. All right, so this is steel now. So what you have to do is you have to copy the iron over. So this is a iron build here, molten iron. And then you have to use an oxygen furnace. You're pumping oxygen in to increase the carbon content of your iron to make it stronger. So that's what this is doing. Here we have an air separator. Now, if you notice, you can do 2 steel off of 1 oxygen. You can do 2 steel oxygen furnaces with 1 air separator. But I decided to just go with 1 because my population, you have to get your higher populations to, do bigger builds. It's baby steps, And then you have just a cool caster here. This is a new machine here. It takes the molten steel, cools it with water, and then we get 12 steel plates. So it's a reduction from 24 to 12 to 12 plate, whereas this one is 24 to 12 times 2. So we have 24 to 24, whereas steel is 24 iron to 12 steel plate. So, you just got to keep that in mind. So you have to have, and this is a 1-to-1. It is 24 molten iron out, 24 molten in. So, and I get confused with that. Oh, there we go. Oh, new refugees. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got large storage. Oh, there we go. Let's go over here to our oil build. Large storage. This is the fun part. Okay, let's go ahead. Oop, click on that. I got a new mouse. And it's still I have a Logitech G502 Hero. And the middle mouse button is still kind of funny. So I think it's a design flaw in the logistics. There it is. Look at that thing. Oh, these things are huge. So this is designed. I'm so glad they did this. Boom. This is designed to span 2 modules. The same thing with water. Or wait, with loose storage. They're the same thing. They got 4 inputs, and all 4 connect to, well, yeah, all 4 connect. So if you do T, you'll notice that it's, let me go cut. There we go. See how they match up perfectly? Oh my God, that's so awesome. I love it. Now, if you get the 8 cargo bay ships, you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8. So that means you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you want to do is use these balancers here to pull from all 4. So have 1 output from each one of these cases go into this thing, and then you can go out 4 times. Or you can go out with 1 red belt, or red pipe for that matter, and you can get 450 items a minute with this thing. So you'll be pulling out of all that stuff. Now, I'm not going to build this just yet because I don't want to deal with it right now. Let's continue on with our tour here. Okay, so Yeah, so the steel, I usually do 2 of these, so I can get 24 steel a minute. And then I do 4 of these all together to get more iron content. Now, later on, steel becomes more prevalent than iron, but iron is still needed, obviously. So you might want to, you might want to beef up your steel even more, Over here, power update. So I unlocked this thing. Let's get this. Oh, and then we have seawater pumps here and thermal desalinators. We'll be getting into those later. Stage 3 distillation. There we go. We're going to do that right today. So we have our turbine, high pressure turbine, and 2 power for a total of 5.4 megawatts. Well, we now have a low pressure turbine, and I unlocked that on the stream. What that does is it takes the low output as an input, and we get extra power from this, from the low steam. All you got to do is pipe it right on in. And then, as you can see, it's a 3 megawatt mechanical power with an output of steam depleted, which is this cool thing. We'll get into that in a second. This is 3 megawatts of mechanical power converted into 2.4 megawatts of electrical power. And if you look at our flywheel, we actually have some room. So let's copy this onto there, and we'll unpause that. And when this red line means that you have enough in the, I think it goes down as you add more flywheels. The flywheels are stored mechanical energy, so when you have low power demand, the flywheels will just spin and keep things going. Eventually, the inertia will deplete on the flywheels, and the high pressure furnace or turbine will have to kick on. But I have auto balance on, which saves power, or saves material, which is good. And so now you see how it went down now. So our flywheel is now, we have more flywheels than we have a good amount of flywheels to keep this thing kind of going. And that's what's going to help us here at this end here. As you notice, look, our steam, it'll pop on every so often here. Now we are consuming 4 megawatts of power. We have a cap of 7.2 megawatts because we have the labs running. We have all these machinery running for that. So I think that's why we're doing. Oh, look, we got 140 now. There you go. So this will come on more periodically than if we didn't have all the science going. So that's that. I think we've got that going. I did a little design. I'm using these small ramps here between the farms on the side closest to our settlement here. On this side, because we're going to have water and fertilizer, I'm using the double ramp. The medium ramp is what it's called. And this is how it's going to run. We're going to... Now, unfortunately... Oh, it does go around it. Okay, good. Cool. So I can go through there. Okay, good. Now you can see that the fertilizer is just going to pipe in from here. It's going to curve around and go in, so it's kind of cool. Ah, here we go. So now that is gone. So we can get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of that. So let's go ahead and hook this up. We need a flat connector for that. And there it goes. Okay, cool. Now we'll just pop this right to there. And we'll go here to here. And we'll unpause that, and that. There we go. So that'll build. Now we're running off of limestone for our stone bricks, or for our concrete slabs. We don't have to use soil. And soil is kind of inconsistent. You don't know. You're going to get it, but it's more of a byproduct from your mining ops than anything else. Now, I could do a soil mining operation, but there's not enough soil. You don't want to use soil for bricks. You want to use it to create farmland. Now, let's work on this thing. I'm going to pause it. And what we are going to do is we're going to get rid of this right here. And I'm going to unpause it and let these trucks take that away. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to... Oh, we'll take this one away too. Oh, wait. Heavy oil. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, never mind. Crap. We don't have the heavy oil cracking. So I'm going to copy this. I forgot. Wrong one. Never mind. Let's go ahead and put that back. And then we still need to vent the heavy oil. Yeah. So I'm going to do a quick deliver on that, and we'll get that going. I need to get rid of this one right here. There we go. And then we're going to go into our oil refining, and we crude oil refining. We're going to get the distillation stage 3. Now, my steam is on the other side here, so I'm going to have to hit F to flip it, and then rotate it, because for some reason it rotates it on you when you do a flip. And we're going to pop this baby right on there. Wait, like this. Oh, flip. Rotate and rotate. There we go. Now I got it. And then we pop it right on there. So it's a direct connection to this. So we're going to unpause that. 70 red components. That's pretty expensive, folks. And there, yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got plenty. I've been letting the game run, you know, and collecting them resources there. Okay, now, while they're bringing that, we have our steam right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop into that. Oh, come on. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the steam. There we go. And it wants to go over that port right there. So it's a catch-22. You build tight, you're going to have kind of weird stuff going on. Chicken farm. There we go. Okay, now that that's done, we get a flue gas output. Yeah. So let's see if we can take care of that flue gas. So we scroll all the way down, and we can. Here it is right here. We need oxygen, so let's get a cracking unit out. Now these things it looks pretty crazy, doesn't it? That's a pretty crazy looking machine there. So we have an input here, and it doesn't show it. But we do have now if you set the recipe, this one right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that flue gas, or fuel gas, plus oxygen, and we get diesel with an output of water. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to take care of that. Now notice how it removed the items that we don't need because we set the recipe, and I think that's a new update. Let's go and unpause that. Yellow components, unpause that. Now we have a naphtha output, and what I want to do is I'm going to take, there's our chicken farm and food production there. We'll get into that. I want to take a storage container, level 2, and I'm going to go, let's see here. First, there might be something that I want to do here. Okay, you're going to move. There you go. I want to rough in the ability to do some balancing here, because you might need it. And I'm going to put a storage 2, I think, right here. But I'm not going to use the balancing yet, because 1, it takes power, and 2, I may not need it for this build. So let's go ahead and unpause those. Okay, now we're collecting fuel gas, but we need the oxygen. So our oxygen let's go ahead. We're going to tie our diesel in over here, because that's where we're going. Boom. And then we'll unpause that. Now, you could use a priority thing here to prioritize one or the other, but chances that what's going to happen here is you're creating 18 fuel gas, and it requires 36, so it's going to run every 2 cycles. So chances are it's not going to back up on you, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, now let's get an air separator, which I think is under a machinery, buildings. No, we'll go here, air separator. So that one is under. Oh, maybe it was under there. So let's go here. You could go here and do an F And yeah, let's do this. Let's go right here. Nice and close. And this takes yellow. Okay, yellow components. We'll pop that on. We'll pop that on. And then we have to vent our nitrogen, unfortunately, but you can carry it in a tank if you want. Let's go ahead and unpause that. There we go. So now what we're doing is we're taking the byproduct from our distillation tape, stage 3. We're taking that fuel gas. I'll say it. I might say flue gas because of pionidons that I'm playing. So it's taking a byproduct plus oxygen, and we're getting even more diesel out of this. Now, we do have a water input here. So, or output, I'm sorry. And our water is coming in from here. What do you know? Now, what we have to do is cut this pipe right here. Let's go back 4. I have to get the counts on stuff. That's one thing I'm not... yeah, look at that. I got it. Perfect. No, it's too much. That's all right. I don't want these little pieces here, you know? These little tiny pieces. So it's 4 tiles. I should have done it. Okay, and then we're going to pull this water here. And this is where Captain of Industry Spaghetti starts. Yeah, have fun. Okay, we're going to go here. Oh, let's go nice and close there. Yeah, there we go. And bam. Okay, and then we'll unpause that. And then we're going to prioritize this water from here to be consumed first, or else, you know, this will back up on us with water. So there we go. Now we got that in. I can upgrade this here to a fuel station 2, and it will carry more fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think it doubles it to 80. And you want to do that because then, you know, you have more fuel on hand here. And if this runs out of fuel, it'll let you know. It'll tell you. So that you want to do that. Okay. That's done. Now we have a naphtha. Okay, 60 naphtha, which is really nice. And there is a recipe here which requires sulfur, but we don't have the sulfur. And how do we get that sulfur? From sour water. Now, we got... Oh, salt production. There we go. We do have sour water being kicked out of our stage 1. Right here. A little bit. Not a lot, but 18. So let's go ahead and click on that. We right-click on that. And we have a sour water stripper. So let's go ahead and plop that down. Now, this thing requires steam. So if we look at our steam requirement, we have water coming in direct, so we're okay. But we have 48 steam available. So that's 6, 9, 12. Then we have 15 steam. So we have plenty of steam. Plenty of steam to go around here. So that means we could do a water stripper, or the stripper here. Now, if we look at our health of our colony, we have a water pollution of -6. Now, that's pretty high. And we want to take care of that for sure. We want to bring the health of our colony up. So here is that. Oh, and the other thing, too, is if we convert to this recipe here, or no, this one here, we'll go ahead and click on it now. Let's get rid of that one, actually, because I don't foresee using that one, although we can. So what's going to happen is we're going to eliminate this waste right here as well with this machine right here. Okay, so that is... I wish it told you. You have to kind of follow your pipes. So let's go... Let's pull... I guess we'll just pull the whole thing out. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. And then we're going to cut this machine. And I'm gonna do an F to flip and an R to rotate. So my steam is facing down here. And then we also have another water output from this. Okay, there we go. And I think I can get it right up close there. Yeah, I think that'll do. So let's go here. Yeah. And here's our stripped water, our water stripper. Notice how you kind of have to spaghetti this in. So this outputs 21 water. Now, it's half, though, because we only have one of those. So it's 10.5 water, I guess, you know. And we get sulfur and ammonia. Look at that. Okay. Now let's get our steam in here. And, oh, let's go ahead and unpause you. Let's unpause you. And we have a little bit of sour water in there right now. So now let's grab a pipe for steam. And yes, you're going to be spaghettifying. Remember I told you, this is going to be spaghetti because we're adding to it. And it's very difficult to not spaghettify this stuff at the beginning. All right, now let's take this pipe. And we can go all the way. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, maybe... You know what? I'm going to reroute this pipe right here. Oops, come on. I'm going to delete you. And then, wow, look at that. It took it so quick. There you go. Let's go ahead and pause that. And now we're going to take this water here. And we're going to go into this one here. And we want to prioritize that one as well. And we'll unpause that pipe. Okay. Now, we have an ammonia output. And ammonia can be we can create fertilizer 1 with the ammonia. Now we can actually consume that, which is great. Remember, we have 36 and 18 here, so you got to remember that you have extra stuff here, and it's not used 100% of the time. So we're gonna pull this oxygen over here. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and just unity that out of there. It only takes 0.2 unity, and you recover it fairly quick. So, okay, now we got the sour water thing going on. Now check out. Look at this. Water pollution down to -3 now. This sour water is not good for pollution. It's terrible. Hey, look at that. 120. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. I like that. Okay, now we have a sulfur output here. And guess what? Sulfur. Okay, now, this is what... okay, let's see here. There is a couple things that we need to do. Now, the only thing... Oh, here. So, mixer plus sulfur and limestone gives you slag. So, there's a couple things that we're going to have to do here. First things first. Let's go ahead and... Oh, hold on a minute. All right, this is the thing we need here. Oh, it's on this side, too. Now, we don't need coal anymore. And I'm hand-delivering the coal here, which is fine. I'm glad I don't have a case there. So let's go and put in... I'm trying to think of how I want to do this here. Oh, wait a minute. Get this stuff out of here. We'll get a loose storage. And we'll do a storage 2. I'm going to put it here. Let's... Oh, wait. Let's go back here. Yeah, a little bit of room there. Yeah, trucks can drive in here. And we're going to make this... oh, let's do this. Grab that out. And before I do that, this is the confusing thing that you have to get in the habit of. We need a U-shaped balancer. And we're going to plop that baby right here. Connect that one. And then we'll connect that there. We're going to prioritize this. And then we're going to take the output and we're going to slap it right on into our this thing here. And then we're going to prioritize that one over our diesel input. Now, we'll be able to get rid of our diesel input here, but I'm not going to worry about that right this second. Okay. So now we need our naphtha. So we're going to grab our naphtha. Let's go tight. Let's go up all the way. And we're going to do R so it doesn't connect to that pipe. And And we're going to drag it along here. And we have to go over to here and over to here. And I'm just going to terminate it right here for now. Okay, so here's the issue. Our diesel is coming in from the same port as our naphtha. See how it's got the naphtha there with the line and the diesel there? So let's get this up and running here before we make the final cut here. Okay, let's go ahead and go there. We'll unpause that. And we'll unpause that. Okay, whoops. There we go. Okay, now our naphtha is going in. And our sulfur is... Oh, they're taking the sulfur out. So let's go do that. And yeah, I want these off here too, because I don't want them grabbing from there. And off. Off. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't want them taking... and oh, I do need to deliver here. Deliver. For now. For now. Yeah, we'll keep that going there. Okay. So let's see here. And so let's take a look at this now. And we're going to have to do a chem plant. I'm going to pull it out here. Way out here. And we're going to set this up for fertilizer 1. And our oxygen is over here. And what I like about... This is the one thing I love about Captain of Industry. Is your pipes are not an issue. Because you can just do this kind of stuff. I love it. Okay, there we go. And then we just slap... Oh, and then we do R again. And bam, connected it. There we go. And we'll get a little bit of fertilizer out of this. And I'm going to run it to the farms. And we'll consume it there. Okay, we got the priority out there. And that is done. Let's unpause that. And now we take this pipe. And we'll just go up a little bit. Let's go to... what are you doing? Are you going... Oh, let's go. Let's turn R on. And then we'll go this way. And we'll follow that. Oh, it's going around this thing. You know, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll go here. We'll turn R on. Or off. And we're in. We're in. Bam. Okay, so that should do that. Let's unpause you. And we're at 24 workers. This takes 8. And we're built up on the ammonia here. So we should be good to go on that. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, okay. It's trying to deliver coal here for some reason. It wasn't able to. Okay, that's in. Now the issue here is sulfur. And this one, there we go. Okay, we got 2 more deliveries of this. All right, now I want to put a storage 2 right here. I'll pipe it in. And we'll unpause these. You don't need to set this because it'll automatically detect what it is and it'll be good. There we go. 30 components there. I'm building a lot. Holy cow. There we go. Sulfur, baby. There we go. All right, so I think they're delivering naphtha here. That's what's going on. So we're going to turn this off. And then we're going to delete this. And you'll get plenty of sulfur out of this process, so you don't have to worry. And I'm going to do a quick deliver on that. It's only 0.1 unity. And yeah, you'll get plenty of sulfur out of this, trust me, on that one. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so naphtha plus coal gives you rubber and waste, but naphtha plus sulfur gives you no waste. So you're using a waste product and a byproduct, basically, 2 byproducts to get rubber. So that's a really good use of that. Okay, there you go. And let's delete this, this, and that. And look at, watch, let's see here. Water pollution should go down, but remember we still have our settlement water that's polluting the water. Settlement waste is polluting our ocean. So look, it went down to 2 now, -2, because we yanked those 2 out of there. And we got, look at that, fertilizer, thermal storage. Okay, we got that now. And let's see, what do we have? What's going on here? We're steam. Are we backed up on? Okay, yeah, we have plenty of diesel. Okay, good. All right, now the other thing that you have to do here is the sulfur may back up on you. So what we have to do is get a mixer here. Eventually you do want to do acid, but in this case, I'm going to do a mixer here. And I'm going to plop it like right here, I guess. And we're going to make slag out of that. So I'm going to pop this belt here. That's our sulfur belt. And then we're going to do a small loose storage here. And we're going to name that limestone. We're going to keep it full. And we're going to go trucks cannot pick up. And that reminds me, we got to do this one as well. We don't want trucks delivering here. It's kind of interesting. We have, oh yeah, rubber's maxed out. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to take this slag and we're going to go, let's say, I think, well, let's unpause all this crap here. Okay, and my workers are going down as we speak, so this takes 4. All right, now let's go loose storage 2. They can drive by here, so I think we'll be fine. And I'd rather belt it in. And let's go ahead and unpause that. Oh, yeah, get out of there. That. It's kind of hard to get it because of the angle on that one. So this one we do have to set up. And then we're going to do a keep empty for that. And what's going to happen is if our sulfur backs up, because of this priority out, we want our sulfur going to our rubber production. 12 sulfur for every 6, well, it's 6 sulfur per craft on this, basically. It's going to back up on us. And when it does, it'll prioritize, it'll take the priority the non-priority output, go into the mixer. We're going to mix it with limestone and neutralize the sulfur and turn it into slag, and then we dump it in the ocean. Because if we don't need it, we get rid of it. And there's that. So there you go. And notice how we're backing up on sulfur already. So that's kind of cool. Now, you're always running your trucks. This is the concept here. Trucks are always running. Ships are always running, you know, all that. So you're going to have tons of sulfur from your crude oil. That way, so you're never going to have to worry about rubber having no sulfur. Now, later on, we do get a boat. We do have an island with infinite sulfur on it that we can pull from to supplement, you know, any underages, you know, and all that. So there you go. See how it's running there. Okay, cool. So now we have 80 of our fertilizers. So let's go over here, and temporarily we can do this. Let's go ahead and pull out that. I'm going to get rid of this and repipe it. And we'll go ahead, and I don't like to pipe this stuff, but we're going to do it anyway. I'd rather have it piped from that source to over here. Let's go like that, and we'll go here and end it, and we'll go up to there. And we're going to request fertilizer 1, keep full. There we go. Oh, and then we don't want trucks to pick it up here. And let's go ahead and unpause that, and that. Now we should be able to see how we can get around that thing, that port there, which is kind of weird. So if we go right up to it, we can go in, and then we can carry on. It's so strange that you could do that, but I'm all right with it. There we go. Okay, and then what's going to happen is these little trucks are going to come by with our fertilizer. There they are. There they come, 20 at a time. Look at that. Cool. And they're going to deliver. Now, we'll just focus on the potatoes. It'll consume it here. I'm not too worried about it. So let's go ahead and Let that go. There we go. And then it should start, there we go, filling up. It should consume it pretty quick. And look at our target is going to go up. So look at that, 90, 40, there we go. Now, if I have okay, here's another thing you want to do here. Notify a full. So that way you can manage that. And you'll see, look at this, 15, 14, 13. So yeah, it's consuming it. Now, our yield, look at that, 119. That's awesome. There you go. And you can do fertilizer overview here. And I was looking at this on the live stream. Fertilizer 1 should give you around 120 max fertilization. And then when you do the fertilizer 2, you get another 20% boost on that. And you'll see, look, we're at 19.51. So it'll average out. As long as there's a consistent supply of fertilizer 1, you're going to get that 119. So yeah, this is the crux of Captain of Industry. You have waste products, and you want to utilize those waste products to increase other things on your island. Recycling is number one, in this game. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy closing the loops and stuff in this game. It is fun as all get out. There we go. Look at that. It's starting to build up, see? And there's more coming. So eventually we're going to... Oh, crap. Deliver. Yeah. So, yeah, the stupid trucks, I forget that they want to deliver here. Even though you have this empty directive, they still want to deliver here. So, pick up, yeah. Okay, that's good. And this is going to take... the fertilizer 1 will take a while to accumulate. That's why... You just might as well chuck it into a farm and get rid of it, because otherwise you got to dump it somewhere. Now, the alternative would be you have to vent your ammonia. You don't want to do that. You might as well consume it in your farms. And this episode is going super long, but I think we did quite a bit here, getting things rolling. I'm really happy with how this episode went. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to pause it so nothing gets consumed. When I'm streaming this, you can take your eye off the ball and all of a sudden you're like, oh no, something happened, All right, so yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The next stream, I release this on a Monday, and I hope to stream it on a Tuesday. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try to do. Episode stream. Maybe that'll work. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you hopefully on the stream or in the next episode. Peace out.